everyone, it's me, AmariJasz. Welcome back to my live session. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my favorite fashion designers of this year and just in general. And if you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Um, I want to say that every time I'm going through like a fashion style phase or just a different mood and aesthetic, I always gravitate towards different designers. However, I do have staple designers that I literally just love and adore, and that's basically what I'm going to be talking about today. Just listing designers that I like and a little bit of blurb about why I like them pretty much. So yeah. I have a list right here. If I sound muffled, it's because like the air quality in my home just like caused me to like sneeze and wheeze and all that good stuff. So number one on my list is Chloe. I adore Chloe, especially See by Chloe. I think their brand is just so romantic. I feel like it's such a beautiful example of just chic and boho intertwined in such like a perfect way that is articulated still in the art form of fashion, still has impeccable design, but it's just so admirable. And I saw like Doechii. I love me some Doechii. I saw Doechii. She was a guest at their recent fashion show, and her outfit just literally like encapsulated or just like was a perfect example of the brand identity of Chloe, like to the T. Like it's just so boho chic, and I would kind of. For me, when I think of Chloe, I kind of think of like the Mary Kate sisters, even though I know that they're so nice to that. But when they started to bridge away into fashion, that's exactly what I think about. I love their designs. I love the different beiges that they use, the colors, the ruffles, everything about them. I adore Chloe. And I've really been loving them for the past like 5 years, pretty much. And my second designer on the list is Zimmerman. Zimmerman is someone, it's crazy because I would see Zimmerman's like designs and on Pinterest, and I would just post them on like my Reality Pink magazine Instagram, and I didn't even know it was Zimmerman. I didn't know their brand until I actually started like sourcing what I was posting, and I found the Zimmerman. Zimmerman too is just, I feel like Chloe is like the younger sister, even though they're probably like the different brands. But when I think about their clothes and their designs, Chloe is like the younger sister or like the distant cousin. And then like Zimmerman is like the older sister. That's the vibe that I get. Older slash like middle sister. She still wears jeans. It's like they're both high versions. I feel like high class versions of just like Coachella, boho chic, festival wear, all of that. And I don't know, you guys don't know, but I love like flannels, caminos, beige, floral prints, anything that looks like you just got out of the ocean or you're about to go into the ocean. Keep the background is why I just adore their designs. And Zimmerman still has like this royalness to it though, like the shapes that they use. Sometimes they have like pimplings, and the dramaticness and the avant-gardeness is just like so admirable. I love everything about Zimmerman. Next thing, even though Zimmerman is so expensive, go to my list. The next designer, y'all probably gonna think I'm a basic bitch, but I don't care. I just found out about them. Free People. It's been so hard for, well, I'll say two things. One, I'm 4'11", so me finding clothes and finding brands that actually fit me is extremely rare. It's so hard to come across or to find or even to just, or like I find, or they have a petite section, but it's just not my style. It's not my aesthetic. It's not what I like. But when I think about Free People, I adore everything on their like list. I have a tendency like to go on places and just like add things to my cart, just like window, like digital window shop basically. And my total came up to $50,000. Like I just loved everything that they had on their site. It was so casual. It was so effortlessly chic, but definitely with some effort put into it. The clothes had so much body, had so much like breathe room and breathability, and that's just what I love about clothes. I love to feel like I'm comfortable. I can move, I can stretch, I can do everything I gotta do, and I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not like having to constantly adjust. And Free People, it still was my aesthetic though. It still was my style. It wasn't like I had to like hunt. Like when I'm not, no shade to this brand, but when I go on Fashion Nova or like Misguided or certain brands, it's just like I'm scouring, going through page 2, page 3, trying to find something that like fits me and still like my style and aesthetic, and it's just like it makes you just be like, maybe this brand isn't for me. That's how I feel like when I go to Forever 21. Like when I just wander around there, like they recently had a sale and just like none of this is my style. None of this is my aesthetic. Maybe this one top, this one piece, I may be able to make it work, but I don't love it. It's not something I feel like I need to have. And my philosophy is always, if I don't feel like I need to get it, like I have to have it, I don't buy it. So yeah, but on Free People, on the other hand, it's just so cute, so casual. I feel like it's like a higher, more elevated version of Urban Outfitters, but I don't really care. I love them. I never really heard any like controversy with Free People for real, to be honest. But regardless of controversy or not, I still like love their clothes. I love their brand, everything about them. Just mwah. Another person that wasn't on the list that I just thought of is Mira Palais. You guys know I already made a video on Mira Palais. Another classy, elegant 90s baddie. Their clothes is just like, you could tell was sculpted for the model. It was, you could tell the design, certain companies and certain brands, you can tell the designer actually gives a about what they're doing, and they have a clear vision and they're articulating it to the T, and that they're in the design room and in the design process. So that's why I adore them. I'm not gonna go too much into that brand because I've already talked about them. So Blue Marine. Blue Marine, another girl that I didn't know was around for decades. Blue Marine is not anything new, but when I was very much into like my mermaid aesthetic during like 2021, 2022, I always like gravitated towards pearls and seashell necklaces and blue, purples, and iridescent colors and wavy hair and anything that looked at like you were coming out of the ocean, or you was going into the ocean, or you lived in the ocean. And that's what I loved about Blue Marine. I mean, I remember first seeing Blue Marine's like collection when they revitalized basically their brand. Like when they came out with that Y2K collection, it was like the butterfly belts and like the shorts, and it was all pink and everything. I remember that. And in their second collection, it was like blue, it was like jeans, and I think Mulatto wore something from them, and Cardi B wore something from them too, from that collection. I loved that collection, and that's another reason why it stamped me like, okay, this is my staple brand. I love everything that they do, and which is why I feature them a lot on my channel, reviewing their fashion shows. Next designer on the list would have to be Alexander McQueen. So Alexander McQueen, I recently got into them because I just, Alexander McQueen in my eyes is like an actual artiste. He was an artist, an artist, an artist, an artist, an artist, and fashion just so happened to be what he like funneled his talents through, because what everything, all of his collections, all of his fashion shows, everything. Hold on, yeah, yeah, you come in here. You zip up your pants.
I did.
Close the door.
It
Hey.
looks like that.
But yeah, so I just love everything that he does and that he posts, and just like revealing back his fashion shows. It's like on a totally different level than you see the design, like the fashion shows of today. Today they just walk up and down. They may have a cute little set or a cute little montage moment before, you know, they start their show, but it's just like very blah to me. Very blah, very just not anything really like interesting, to be honest. But when I look at Alexander McQueen shows, like even the show when he was, that model was spinning around in circles and they were squirting that black ink all over her, even just that, it's like so many instances of Alexander McQueen shows that, one, you could tell it's his work, one, you could try to, you can feel what he's trying to say, and three, it's just like it's still good quality clothes, still good quality fashion. So another reason why I love and why Alexander McQueen has been added to my list of shows. Next person that's on the list is my staple, Betsy Johnson. I feel like Betsy Johnson is the core of who I am when it comes to fashion, art, creativity, and kind of how like my brand and my like channel arts and just my intro and all that is kind of like referencing Betsy Johnson. This just fun. Like, I don't know if you ever like it's like a mix of like, even though Betsy Johnson is not Y2K, but it's like Y2K pop punk era and like the I Spy books all integrated into one. That's what I think about Betsy Johnson. She's this chunky, fun, creative fashion. She's what people think of when they think about like, oh, I'm a fashion girly or I make fashion content. So it's just amazing looking at her work. I see a lot of her pieces now. I know she doesn't do fashion shows anymore, but I see a lot of her pieces like whenever I go to like discounted retailer stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and stuff like that. And it's still the same, like a big old strawberry necklace or big old like chinks and stuff all over it. And I would wear it today. I just love her. Whenever I want to feel spunky or fun or just like express myself unapologetically and just not care about what people think and not be so rigid and so serious, I channel Betsy Johnson. So yeah, basically those were my favorite fashion designers. I'll go over the list one more time. And it kind of is in order, but not really. So we got Chloe Zimmerman, Free People, Blue Marine, Alexander McQueen, and last but never least, Betsy Johnson. So comment down below, what is your favorite fashion designers? If you like any of these fashion designers, if you don't, why you love them, why you don't, and designers that you are looking forward to seeing in the future with the New York Fashion Week coming up. As always, stick around for my next video, and information on my Patreon is down below, and I have a Spotify, AmariJasz Fashion Files, and I will see you in my next video.